Okay, it's the 8th of August. It's Friday. I'm finally over COVID for the most part. So this is your weekly forecast, which I didn't get to do this week, but this will take you from today, the 8th, through the 15th of August. And this is for southeastern PA, New Jersey, and Delaware. And it's time for a heat wave. Now, this is your afternoon highs on Friday. They got into the 80s around the Philadelphia area. Some of the outlying areas stayed into this upper 70s, but it's the first, you can start to see this is the first shot of where it's beginning to warm up again. And again, this is precipitation free. Now, last night it got pretty chilly, and again, tomorrow morning is going to be pretty chilly. Temperatures will be in the 50s for most areas except the larger city of Philadelphia and then up towards the city of towards Newark and stuff, where they get into the lower 60s. And so it's not too bad. Delaware, you're basically the lower 60s, but you can see temperatures drop pretty good. I mean, you literally have to go and close the windows last night where I'm at here in Berks County. It got pretty chilly. Now we begin to warm up a little bit. This is Saturday afternoon. Again, no precipitation, but you can see everybody's getting into the 80s. Along the coastline, temperatures are in the upper 70s. Down in Delaware, the southern part of Delaware, you're basically in the upper 70s. Kind of chilly down there, considering everybody else is into the 80s. But it's, again, the precipitation wise. Let's see if we can bring that up here on our little machine here. You can see we have nothing going on around here. But basically what this is some clouds can be rolling in to bring your temperatures down. Now here's your first 90s around Philadelphia and again around Newark and New York City. Temperatures get into the 90s. Elsewhere, middle 80s, except right along the waterfront where you're still in the 70s. But that's just because of the breeze off the ocean and that keeps the air temperature right along the coast a little cooler. But you just drive in a little bit further and you kind of get the heat back again. On Monday, back in the 90s for Philadelphia area, and they start to stretch out a little bit into Jersey. A lot of New Jersey's in the lower 90s. Temperatures by Wilmington get into the upper 80s. Out towards Berks County, like Reading, and then towards Allentown, stuff like that. You're in the middle to upper 80s, so it is warming up a little bit. Again, that's 2 days in here along the I-95 corridor that you're in the 90 area. Now we're at Tuesday, the 12th of August, and now you got a lot of 90s out there. You got some 90s in Delaware. Most of New Jersey's in the 90s, except along the waterfront. And Philadelphia back in the 90s, Newark back in the 90s. So like there's your heat wave. 3 days equals a heat wave. And then again, Allentown and Reading area, then out towards Lancaster, temperatures in the mid to upper 80s. No precipitation yet. And then Wednesday is going to be the hottest day. Temperatures once again into the 90s. Now the 90s have stretched up towards Allentown and Reading and towards Lancaster. 90s getting closer and closer to the coast. So right along the waterfront, temperatures are now into the 80s, so not a bad day to be on the beach. There's a little circle right here in the middle here. I don't know why it's like that because in the next frame it kind of goes away. So this is later on in the afternoon. The temperatures basically are still in the mid 90s for the I-95 corridor. Upper 90s as you get closer to like Mammoth County up that way. But basically it's getting warm. But you can see up here there are some showers starting to show up, and that'll cool everybody off. You'll see them pop up as I move the screen ahead. This is around 7 o'clock in the evening on Wednesday. You can see the showers. There's scattered showers, thunderstorms throughout the night. And then as you get into Thursday again, you got some scattered showers and thunderstorms out there. And where they hit, that brings the temperatures down. And where they don't hit, that brings the temperatures up. But you can see the temperatures up towards Reading and Allentown are starting to get cooler. They're into the lower 80s. And you got to go all the way down into Jersey, South Jersey and South Delaware or so to catch the 90s again. Your 90s are gone in Philadelphia, and they will continue to slide away into the 80s. And then as we get into Friday, It warms up a little bit on Friday, but we do have some precipitation that's going to try to come through. But as we come into the afternoon hours, basically upper 80s to lower 90s again. So you have one day to rest out of the whole thing until you're back in the 90s again. And precipitation wise, you can see there is scattered precipitation. That's why I'm not all thrilled with Friday, because I just think a lot of people will get a couple showers and it'll cool things off, and that 90s won't last forever. On that day, you might hit it, then a rain shower come through and cool you off. Because here you go, right here, you can see where the showers are at. It cools off the air, and then it kind of goes away, and then you should get into Saturday morning. Into Saturday, just give you a little pre-check here. Wasn't going to do Saturday, but I'll give you a little hint here. Saturday, temperatures climb back into the upper 80s in a lot of areas. And if you're wondering if it's going to rain next Saturday, there's still some chance of showers out there. All right, take it easy.